1v1 Greentooth Gorge, blue side. It's Double D's, also known as Tex, plays a Lord Commissar. Good offense and support, fights in melee combat and begins with a refractor field. Up against, on the red side, Topi is a warp spider Exarch, teleporting commander that fights range combat, great for capping and harassing early on with some awesome control abilities too. Looks like this is the same Han elite scheme recolored into blue. Double Dire Avengers opening and Tex with double guardsman into Sentinel. I think we're going to see him wait. I believe it's a bit better to be reactionary here against the warp spider. We're most likely going to see this guy teleport ahead and try and find some guardsmen who are capping, but looks like he's going to run into the Commissar instead, do some DPS until he can teleport again, look for those guardsmen who are, looks like, going for this wreck point. And with Dire Avengers capping the natural, these guys are not moving. He did not queue up the command to go for the VP. There we go. See how many models you can get before they cap. There's 1, 2, an amazing 3 red per kill. Well, here comes that Sentinel to try and bully this guy off. He's getting close, trying to fake him out, thinking he's got the stomp, which he didn't have. The ground pound is on the way, though. That's going to help control the Howling Banshees that have hit the field. A very quick melee unit with power melee weapons. Leap into combat. Can use fleets. Do not have a melee charge any longer, though, so can you still call them very, very quick? Well, I guess so, since the fleet is still there. And they've got a pretty decent basic speed. Not the complete speed kings chasing you across the map that they were, though. Which is good. Nice change for those guys. Refractor field goes up, trying to tank all this damage. He did decap the VP, which I guess is what he was going for. Meanwhile, west side, Howling Banshees and Dire Avengers are more than a match for these poor guards who run the hell away. They have their sergeant. Do these guys have a sergeant? Yes, they do. And a shuriken cannon. I believe we're going to see catechins once Tex sees this, because they give you that smoke grenade for suppression immunity and help you deal with those banshees with their shotguns. Maybe catechins into spotters. Topi will maybe go tier 2 with what he has once he gets that shuriken up. Maybe double shurikens. Banshees are not bothered in the slightest by your stomping, Mr. Sentinel, and they are going to finish taking out that node. Being repaired? No, it's not. And now they can run away. There we go. Losing only 1 model, not bad. Meanwhile, east side, Lord Commissar is still in the field. Really good sustainability with that shield if you use it well. Here's that shuriken, and he did see it, I believe. Warpstar X up will now get that VP back. And Dire Avengers dropping a model, but they did hold up this little force here, stopping them from sweeping up and capping that wreck, maybe decapping this natural. Lord Commissar with very little hit points is fighting a bunch of Dire Avengers and does get away. Should be fine. 15 hit points. Yep. Quite energy intensive, that guy, because of that shield, obviously. Shuriken will set up and force off these guardsmen. They do have heavy cover there. Sentinel needs to be careful. At that much health, better to just back away. There we go. And it is catechins on the way for Tex. Warp Spider doing his thing and decapping. And guardsman will cause a 2-to-1 for Topi. Now that catechins are on the field, he's going to be able to approach and engage a lot better. But he did so well there in that opening few minutes with the Lord Commissar. That was really awesome play on that east side, holding up a couple of units for a really long time. Sentinel just about is able to escape. That was pretty close. 392 to 497. Howling Banshees scaring off the guardsmen there. Pretty good idea to use them on their lonesome early on against Imperial Guards, since you know it's just going to be guardsmen who are running around capping, which the Banshees will obviously tear apart. But oh, down goes a Sentinel, and here are the catechins making their entrance known with an all-reliable grenade launcher barrage thing. Sentinel down then, and we might see more catechins. I mean, why not? Chaining those all reliables together is going to be awesome, though. He might want the spotters to shut down that shuriken a bit more easily. And it's rangers on the field for Topi. That might be a lot more to do with shooting down this Lord Commissar, since snipers do really good damage to commanders now. hiding behind a garrison there is the Lord Commissar, and comes out swinging. He's got the Aura of Discipline as well to support those Catechins, and we do see more Catechins on the way. That also opens up some really good Ogrin plays for tier 2, perhaps, because Aura of Discipline heals for more, depending on how many models there are in the squad that it's healing. If there's fewer models, you'll get a bigger, fatter heal. So really good synergy with Ogrins there. Garrison here. Flamers in response, maybe. I don't think so. Catechins are reliable, can do some good damage to garrisons. Ouch. Nasty grenade. Lord Commissar's off the field. And can he get a generator? No, he's going after the... Oh. Are reliable going to force them to get out? No, they don't get out. Just reposition themselves. 327 to 497. What's going on east side? Absolutely nothing. Topi has good map control here. Can he make his double Catechins work? Can he chain those abilities together and use them at the right time with the right timing, combined with the Lord Commissar? I mean, position is going to be important with that Aura of Discipline. I'm not sure. Does it tell me what the radius is here? Radius 20, so it's decent. Oh, Unreliable. And another Unreliable wipes out the Guardian Weapon team with the Shuriken Cannon, and that, yeah, he's going to replace him. That was pretty bad. Or pretty good for Tex. Painful that was. Doesn't have the Hollow Fields or Pathfinder gear, I should say. So he's not doing that big chunk of courage damage per sniper shot with those Rangers. Triple cap here for Topi. Guardsmen are going to get caught. Maybe on retreat. That could be nasty. They get the decap. There's Banshees leaping in. They have a really good leap, unlike the Storm Boys leap, for example, who kind of just fall into you, and it makes them really bad at chasing because they kind of have a delay after they land getting up. Usually they usually fall in their ass. Banshee's a little bit more graceful than Storm Boys. Oh, Catechins might be able to take the squad out here on retreat with an Unreliable, maybe. Very, very close. That was really good play there. Got those few melee attacks in, then focused with the shotguns, and then when the shotguns get out of range, you use your grenade barrage. Almost got them. 197 to 497 is a double cap for Topi, and both players thinking about tier 2 here, I guess. Lord Commissar might be able to finish his cap. Yep, up goes the shield. Gets the 2 to 1, albeit quite briefly, I think. And double guardsman going east side. And Catechins here, so now it's time for Topi. Oh no, he's taking the Shuriken mid. He's got to go sit on his power, surely, and take it down. Shoot it down with the Dire Avengers covered by the Shuriken. He's just going to sit it mid. Or at least bring it to the east side. Rangers getting shots in. Look at that range advantage there. Tier 2 first for Tex. Topi is floating right now. Yep. There's the tier 2. Surely he wants to get a Wraith Lord up. That's going to be a massive pain in the ass for Tex. He's going to have to respond with a las cannon. And Banshees can just run in on that las cannon. Catechins will need to be disciplined with their shotgun blasts. Could drop on Autark as well to support those Banshees. That would be pretty cool. But surely a Wraith Lord. And I think, again, Tex is going to be reactionary here to see what Topi comes up with. Walks for Exarch at level 2. Picking off those guardsmen left and right. He might go down. He's not careful here. Las guns. Get enough of them together and they will kill something. Some Guardian shields. He's got to be taking a look at that power at least, surely. I really think he should have took the Shuriken over there with the double Dire Avengers and shot down that power. At least made Tex come over to that west side. He just gave him breathing room there to come and get mid, allowing him to cap with the help of a Basilisk Flare. There's an improvised explosive up in the mid. Meanwhile, east side, look at this, Tex going for power. Just after Topi should have done so, I think. And it is a heavy weapon squad. Looks like he's not being reactionary. Well, I guess that's pretty versatile. Can keep it, ouch, can keep it with the heavy bolter, get an autocannon, or get the las cannon up if he sees a Wraith Lord. It's a Falcon on the way for Topi. Most likely going to lead to some Ogrins, I guess, though I suppose Stormtroopers with the anti-vehicle kit would be cool because he can use them to bash power afterwards if he takes it down. There's a grenade. Oh, they didn't lose a model. Of course they didn't. What are these guys up to? Really intelligent Eldar play over there. Sometimes happens, you just set up a setup team and they decide to face the other way. Bowling Banshee is getting the aspect of strength. If they get their Exarch, she'll get a fancy spear. The Falcon hits the field support vehicle for Eldar. It's a pretty damn good one. Has some decent firepower. Allows it to transport and reinforce allied infantry. And is relatively quick. Scales well into tier 3, which is pretty rare really for a support vehicle, a tier 2 support vehicle. Anyway, the Chimera can scale relatively well with its mobile base shenanigans. But this guy can get an energy field, which is a... Oh no, down goes the Warp Spider, I think. Yep, really well timed shotgun blast there. Superbly well timed, 121 to 480. And he should be able to see off this offensive, but not before he loses a couple of gens and his Warp Spider, of course. Really good passage of play for Tex, and it is Ogryns on the way, and they are going to be supported by the Aura of Discipline. Can use the Ogryns to try and chase down the Falcon. Topi is going to need to be disciplined with his Warshout use. Ouch! Improvised explosive goes off. Did that wipe out one of the Dire Avengers? No. Where is the other squad then? Oh, it's over here. Big fat damage to those Banshees and Dire Avengers, but they do survive. As I was saying, the Ogre is going to want to chase down this Falcon with their heavy melee. Topi can Warshout to suppress them. Can also use the grenades as a countermeasure to the melee running in. Lord Commissar, is he just sitting there to soak up some fire? Never can tell with Tex what he's up to. Heavy Weapons Squad capping the VP, but they won't spot the webway. They're going to get that wreck point though. Maybe he saw something come out of it already. Don't think so. Warp Spider Exarch is going to shoot up the guard Heavy Weapons Squad, who are going to take the garrison. We might see Entangling Web once he sees the Ogryns, or maybe that, what is it called, anti-grav grenade. If you time that well, you can run your Banshees in afterwards and do some serious damage to Ogryns, or any melee unit really, or anything. So he does have options to stop those Ogryns. He goes for the anti-grav grenade. You might see Entangling Web as well. Catachans harassing this east side. Really good Catachan play we've seen in this game. He's splitting them up well. They're kind of an army onto themselves sometimes. What is this buff? Is this loyal to the end? It might be. As they drop units, everything's getting buffed here. But they're not going to outshoot a Falcon, so a little bit strange to see it there. I think that's what that was. You see it so rarely. I'm not sure what it looks like. Catachans, are they waiting to put up another explosive? No, they are going to cap. Ogryns just bullying this stuff over here. No sign of that Pathfinder gear for that extra courage damage. Alongside Dire Avenger volleys, it might suppress stuff. Howling Banshees do not have their Exarch. I guess she's been lost. Was she purchased? I don't think I saw her be purchased. Tech's doing really well here. All he's doing is losing guardsmen left and right, which is no problem really. They're reinforcing 3 at a time. So he doesn't care about that. He's worried about losing Ogryns a lot more, which are 15 power to reinforce. I think they're 70 rec, 15 power, something like that, which is pretty steep. It lost a lot of health there. Ogryns do a lot better in 1v1s in general, and 2v2s I guess, because in team games you're much more likely to have to attack a heavily guarded, heavily entrenched area, and in that case you're a lot better off getting manticores and spotters and that kind of thing and going into tier 2 that way. But Ogryns, a bit more freedom to move, a bit more freedom to do their thing in a 1v1, can manage their how much damage they take a lot easier. Lord Commissar still with that Aura of Discipline. How often does it go off? Does it tell me? No. Triple cap now for Tex. The Falcon, I think, has slowed him down a little bit. The Wraith Lord would have been awesome to see. But I suppose there would have been a las cannon. He could have just teleported onto it though. Webway's still there. Look at this from Tex pushing forward. He's really turned this around. Some shrewd purchases, really good Lord Commissar play. Falcon has been used well so far. Just don't think it's the big impact purchase that a Wraith Lord would have been. Got half of its XP bar already. Are reliable from range. They're disrupting the Howling Banshees. They do have their Exarch back and in play. These ladies level 2. Gonna get mid and should get his natural back maybe. Does he fight the Banshees here? What are these guys up to? These Shuriken guys. Need to get a bit closer, I think. There we go. 76 to 327. It's a double cap for Tex. He's gonna go oh, he is tier 3. Good grief. Holy crap. Gonna get a Leman Russ up soon, which is gonna cause this guy to get a Bright Lance, I guess. And maybe Power Blades up on the Warp Spider. Not seen him throw that anti-grav grenade yet. He's actually got... Where is the Warp Spider? Oh, he's back at base. Getting into the webway to come out over here. Might see another one of those perhaps tucked away in here. So he can come in and flank in behind stuff that's capping with Banshees and stuff. There's an improvised explosive though. Right in that path. So he can lead stuff. Bait it and run through there and lead it into the explosive. Warp Spider teleports in. He is getting the Power Blades. That's a roundabout 50 DPS heavy melee weapon, and there's the anti-grav grenade. Look at what it does. Just throws things into the air. I don't think it does any damage. He's setting up the Autarch drop though. Yeah, throws things straight up. Autarch drops in. Can he finish off that squad of guardsmen? One more hit from the Autarch is going to do it. Oh, she did a special attack. Should kill the other squad leader with it, I think, though. Oh no, she's going into base. You see the Imperial Guard base has a bunch more heavy bolter turrets actually on the HQ itself, which is pretty cool. I think it gets more and more as it goes through the tiers. And here's that Leman Russ. I think Topi did see it. Yeah, now he's getting a Bright Lance up. Is that going to be enough, though? With Basilisk Flares especially. How much is the flare? I think is it 125 red or 150 red? Maybe it's even less than that. Grenades used well to try and scare those Ogrins off. Bright Lance doesn't want to get that close though. He can use this kind of ridge to sit on and shoot. Leman Russ might be aggressive here. No, but he gets the elite tank crew up. And does he get the Vanquisher Cannon or just leave it as it is? So Topi having a much rougher time with his resources. That's that double guardsman for you. Pretty solid cap in base, and they do not care if they die. Autarch on capping duty. She's going to be pretty useful, I think. Jump in amongst those Catechins, which could be dangerous if they get up and start meleeing her down, but if you jump on them, they can't use their abilities once they're all knocked over. I think the Banshees ran into an improvised explosive there and are panicked, stricken, running away. Didn't lose a model though. So Tex has the mid and he's grabbing Topi's natural, so the naturals are changing hands as it were. Kashyyyk now on the way for Tex, maybe some grenade launchers to help stop caps and stuff. Hollow Fields are up now with the Pathfinder gear for the Rangers. Will help that Bright Lance. Uh-oh. Surprise stuff. Feels like the Bright Lance is getting surprised and goes down. The platform itself doesn't actually have any hit points, which is why it exploded once all those members died. Even Russ might be able to chase through, get some rear arm hits. He needs to replace that Bright Lance. Yeah, he's going for it. Maybe Fire Dragons up. Well, a lot of people saying Fire Dragons are pretty damn strong in 2.4, so I think that would have been a pretty good choice. Doesn't go for it. They will actually do a lot of damage to the Ogrins as well, since Melter does the bonus to super heavy infantry, which is what the Ogrins are. So yeah, I think Fire Dragons would have been a good choice, but he's going for the second Bright Lance. At least I assume that's what it's going to be. Leman Russ exploding Dire Avengers. Up goes a shield. It's Banshees on capping duty. It's a triple cap for Tex. And he's patrolling the mid pretty well with that Leman Russ. Catechins spotting the webway. These guys leveling to 3. These guys are level 2. It's a rough time for Topi here. Fire Dragons I think would have been a great choice. They have like this some awesome passives now. They can't be knocked over, which is pretty nuts. Even by ability knockback, it seems. And they have... Oh, Falcon almost went down. And they have natural resistance to range damage. They still have really short range, obviously. And they're not the toughest things around in terms of their HP. But that really helps them get in there and do damage, especially with that speed buff they have, which gives them accuracy on the move and reduces their... increases their fire rate, I should say, by reducing weapon cooldown, I believe. But we don't see him. We see another Bright Lance getting shots here. Bright Lance doing awesome DPS, of course, but it is a setup team, so naturally lacks mobility. Warp Spider not going after the Lehman Russ. I thought he was gonna try and get on a rear armor. Obviously, he's tying these guys up because he doesn't want them out shooting the Bright Lance as they did before. And Topi is contesting the east side again, trying to get his natural back. That was strange. Kashyyyks seemed to hit this object with their crack grenade and didn't actually reach the Falcon. Just with their Hell Guns or Hotshot Luz Guns, whatever they are at the moment. Bunch of piercing damage. Ogren's in retreat. And Lord Commissar really low. He needs to run away yet. And he needs to... Uh-oh. Catachun's being sneaky. Being really sneaky. Shotgun blast there. No, it was an unreliable act, in fact. There's a retreat, and now these guys are going to flank all this stuff in the mid. This squad is being shot to crap, though. 51, 148, whapping out the Rangers. Topi does have the 2-to-1 hit. He's still in tier 2. Does he get some... What does he get here? Uh-oh. Warp Spider being shot down west side, obviously. Topi is watching and microing in the mid. Maybe some Wraith Guard up would be pretty good. There are Ogrins there though still, but he has the Warp Spider to get Entangling Web if he wanted to. If he was alive, of course. But looks like Tex has this game. Came back from at least 200 VPs or something at some point. Might have even been more than that. He has tons and tons of resources. Even if he does take that Lehman Russ out, he'll just get another one immediately afterwards. He can't get one now because of his population. Kashyyyks are ready to assault that east side. These guys running into mines. That's really annoying. That was dropped. Those things dropped by the Lord Commissar from his global bar. Not personally. He just calls them in. Doesn't run around to throw mines like a lunatic. Level 3 this guy. That Row of Discipline doing wonders to help out these Ogrins. So yeah, it was the tail of the Falcon purchase and not the Wraith Lord purchase that I was expecting, I guess. It's done well. Don't get me wrong, it has done well, this Falcon, but not as killy or scary as the Wraith Lord would have been. And Wraith Lord obviously would have been a lot more difficult for Ogrins to have a say in. Even Russ going after that Falcon once and for all. Right Lance is set up in a good place though. Warp Spider trying to get the cap. There's the anti-grav to keep them at bay. Nicely done. Neiman Russ, I was just about to say he's not getting close enough to get hit, but he is. Maybe crack shot on it or something. I don't see any buff. Ogren's flying in. The Lord Commissar now has the Fist of Brockus as well. So those guys are not dying anytime soon. Double cap here. I think it's all over for Topi. Bravely fought though. I mean, he had that Shuriken loss early on. But that wasn't a massive deal. Oh, Falcon caught in a corner here. Going to get shot down by the Lehman Russ. Grenade. Still has the wherewithal at this stage in the game to throw that grenade. GG indeed. And he actually does not lose the Falcon at the end there. Awesome. Tex, solid as ever, is able to recover. Made some good purchases. Used the Kashyyyks incredibly well. And some awesome Commissar usage. Topi, I think maybe could have got the Wraith Lord up. Could have got Entangling Web. Could have got Fire Dragons. I guess he could have done a lot of things. But it's easy to say that when you're watching. If he executed what he had a little bit better, maybe it would have come out. We have a level 3 Warp Spider, by the way, with Power Blades, Enhanced Warp Jump Generator, and Anti-Grav. What did the Commissar get up to? Level 3 also, this guy, with that massive Fist of Brockus. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.